Welcome back to our channel. You know old is gold, but these rare coins that are most valuable, then you think don't spend these coins. If you have these coins, please watch complete video. Let's start this. What if I told you that a simple quarter, a coin you might have spent on a coffee, left in a parking meter, or dropped between the cushions of your couch, could secretly be worth more than most people dream of in a lifetime? What if I told you that the 2006 North Dakota State quarter, a coin minted in an ordinary year, in ordinary quantities, could be hiding a secret so shocking, so valuable, that only a handful of collectors even know it exists, and those who do speak in hushed tones about a fortune rumored to be beyond imagination? Tonight on Eva Old Coins, we are about to uncover a story that blends history, mystery, and unbelievable treasure. A story of a coin so ordinary in appearance, yet so extraordinary in hidden worth, that holding it feels like touching destiny itself. The year was 2006. America was at the crossroads of change. New technologies reshaping the landscape. Small towns in North Dakota buzzing quietly with everyday life. And the U.S. Mint deep into its state quarters program, turning everyday change into miniature symbols of the nation's identity. And then came North Dakota, the Peace Garden State, a quarter designed to honor the state's history, the famous North Dakota flower, and the enduring spirit of its people. But hidden within its ordinary design, collectors now claim, was something completely unexpected, a subtle misstrike, a minute anomaly, a ghostly variation that could transform an ordinary coin into an object of immense value. Here's where things get unbelievable. Rumors began to spread among numismatists that a small batch of 2006 North Dakota State quarters was struck on an experimental alloy, a metal that gleamed differently, caught light in a way ordinary quarters never could, and carried a depth and texture so unusual that anyone who touched it swore they felt a faint warmth, a pulse, as if the coin itself remembered every corner of the state it celebrated. Collectors reported seeing subtle shadows in the engraving, ghostly echoes of the state flower and landscape that seemed to move under the light, like whispers from history itself. And the more they studied the coin, the more obsessed they became. And then, something extraordinary happened. A private collector in the Midwest revealed he had found what might be the rarest version of the 2006 North Dakota State quarter, tucked inside an old jar of change passed down from his grandfather. The coin shimmered with a strange brilliance, sharper than silver, almost alive, reflecting the room in distorted, mesmerizing patterns. When he showed it to other collectors, their reactions were immediate. Gasps, trembling hands, whispered disbelief. One expert reportedly said, "I've never seen anything like this in my entire career," while another collector, usually reserved, reportedly fainted when he realized the coin's uniqueness. Some even claim this particular coin was recently reported to have sold for $200 million, a figure so staggering it seems impossible. Yet the whispers persist, and the legend continues to grow. The next revelation will blow your mind. There are claims that only a few examples of this North Dakota quarter exist, perhaps 3, perhaps 5, hidden away in private collections, perhaps sitting unnoticed in a pocket or a drawer somewhere. Some collectors insist that under certain lighting, the engraving appears to shift, showing subtle double lines around the flower and the surrounding landscape, a misalignment so precise it seems almost supernatural. Each coin is said to radiate a faint, almost imperceptible glow, capturing the imagination of anyone who sees it, and the thrill of holding one is described as overwhelming. A mix of awe, disbelief, and the unshakable realization that something extraordinary is literally in your hands. And then, the story turns even darker. One collector, after publicly revealing the find of a rare 2006 North Dakota State quarter, disappeared from the numismatic community. His accounts vanished, his collection was sealed, and the coin was never seen again. The mystery only added to the legend, creating an aura of danger, obsession, and untold wealth surrounding these elusive quarters. It became clear that this was no ordinary coin. It was a symbol of hidden American history, a secret treasure, a potential fortune that could alter lives overnight. Collectors describe the experience of holding this coin as cinematic. Under the soft glow of a desk lamp, the coin's surface seems to ripple with light, the engraved flower and landscape casting delicate shadows, and for a fleeting moment, the coin appears alive, breathing history back into your hands. It's a pulse of connection to the past, a tangible reminder that even small, ordinary objects can hold extraordinary stories, and sometimes, even unimaginable wealth. The realization that you might own one of these rare quarters, perhaps tucked away unnoticed in your own collection, is enough to make hearts race, palms sweat, and the imagination run wild. The lesson of the 2006 North Dakota State Quarter is a simple but powerful one. Treasure isn't always hidden in vaults or beneath the earth. It often sits quietly in plain sight, waiting for someone curious, observant, and patient enough to discover it. A single coin, a seemingly small object, can contain the power to change your life, to connect you with history, to ignite passion and wonder, and to remind us that extraordinary value often comes disguised as the ordinary. So, check your coins. Look closely. Believe in the impossible, because the next legendary treasure might already be in your hands. If you want more stories of hidden American coin treasures, make sure to subscribe to EVA Old Coins, like this video, and watch the next shocking treasure reveal. Your next discovery could be the one that changes everything. What if I told you that a simple quarter, a coin you might have spent at a gas station, dropped between your car's seats, or ignored at the bottom of a drawer, could secretly be worth more than a mansion, more than a luxury car, more than most people will earn in their entire lifetime? What if I told you that the 2007 Utah State Quarter, a coin so ordinary that millions of Americans have held it, might just be hiding the single greatest treasure mystery of modern U.S. coinage? Because tonight on EVA Old Coins, we're about to unlock a story you were never supposed to hear, a story of rumors, secrets, vanished coins, and values so outrageous that they defy logic, yet feel terrifyingly possible. The year was 2007. America was shifting, changing, cracking open a new chapter in its history. The economy was tightening, the tech world was exploding, and the U.S. Mint was deep into its wildly successful state quarter program, a program that turned everyday pocket change into miniature time capsules of American identity. And then came Utah, a design representing the golden spike, the legendary moment where two railroads met, changing the destiny of a nation. A symbol of connection, expansion, ambition, and mystery. No one knew that within this coin's innocent design, a secret was waiting, a secret some believe was never meant to be revealed. Collectors say the 2007 Utah State Quarter feels different the moment it touches your palm. Its shine is sharper, almost glass-like, reflecting light in long, golden streaks that dance across the metal. Tilt it slightly, and the trains look alive, frozen in motion, locked in a moment of American triumph. The ridges feel deeper, sharper, as if carved with precision beyond modern standards. Some swear the coin emits a faint warmth, as if history itself is pulsing through the metal. And here's where things get unbelievable. Rumors began to spread that a handful, just a few, of these coins were struck on experimental planchet, a mysterious alloy that the U.S. Mint never publicly acknowledged. A metal that shines brighter, rings differently, and feels wrong. Or maybe perfectly right. One private collector, whose identity has never been confirmed, claims to have owned one of these mysterious quarters. He said it didn't feel like a normal coin at all. He said the moment he held it, his chest tightened, and he realized this was something rare, impossibly rare. And then, something extraordinary happened. Days later, that coin vanished, sold quietly, disappeared from the public record, and the whispers began. A quiet, chilling claim. A Utah quarter was recently reported to have sold for $100 million. Outrageous, unbelievable, absurd. And yet, collectors didn't laugh. They leaned closer. Because the truth is, no one knows how many survive. Some say 3. Some say 1. Some believe none exist today, except maybe the one hidden in someone's house, someone's coin collection, someone's forgotten box of old change. And that belief, that hope, is what keeps treasure hunters awake at night. And then, something unbelievable happened. A retired mint worker hinted that a small batch of 2007 Utah State quarters had a dramatic misalignment. A shifted golden spike, a doubled set of train wheels, a faint ghosted outline of a second design lurking beneath the surface. These shadow quarters, as collectors call them, are rumored to be worth a fortune. Some claim they've seen one. Some swear they owned one before losing it. Some believe that only a few examples survive today, maybe two, maybe one, maybe the coin sitting quietly in your own drawer right now. Every collector who examines this coin says the same thing. The moment the light hits the metal just right, a shiver runs through you. The design looks deeper, the train sharper, the spike almost glowing as if illuminated from inside the coin. In that moment, that split second of disbelief, is where legends are born. Here comes the next shock. Several collectors insist that private auctions, far from public eyes, have pushed these quarters into unthinkable territory. Some say a rare error version crossed $18 million. Some whisper about $30 million. And one persistent rumor, the kind that refuses to die, claims a silent, anonymous sale of a single Utah error quarter for over $100 million. But then, the story took a darker turn. One collector, after announcing he found a strange, glowing Utah quarter in an old box, refused to sell it. 2 weeks later, he vanished from the community. Gone. Deleted accounts. No contact. No trace. And his coin? No one has seen it since. Coin collectors still debate whether he discovered something too valuable or too dangerous to reveal. Now imagine this. You open an old jar of coins or find an envelope of change tucked behind a drawer, and there it is, the 2007 Utah State quarter staring back at you. Your heartbeat quickens. The room goes quiet. You tilt it under the light. You see something off, something different, something that could rewrite your future. What happens next? What would you do with a coin that could, in rumor and legend, be worth more than entire skyscrapers? Collectors say that exact moment, the moment of realization, is electric, emotional, life-changing, because suddenly this tiny piece of metal becomes a symbol of hope, opportunity, destiny. It reminds us that in America, even the smallest things can carry unimaginable value. Even the simplest coin can hide a secret that changes everything. And that brings us to the moral of this story, a truth worth remembering. Sometimes the greatest treasures aren't buried in the ground or locked in vaults. Sometimes they're hiding in plain sight. Sometimes the things we ignore, the coins we spend without thinking, are the things with the power to transform our lives forever. So check your coins. Look closely. Believe in the impossible, because the next legendary treasure might already be in your hands. If you enjoyed this cinematic journey into America's hidden coin mysteries, make sure you subscribe to Eva Old Coins, like this video, and stay tuned for the next shocking treasure reveal. Your next discovery might be the one that changes your life.